On David Letterman promoting the Clinton Global Initiative, which kicks off this week in New York. It is I believe this is the eighth or ninth Clinton Global Initiative in New York. To talk about it is CEO of Operation Hope and a guest of the conference, John Bryant. John, welcome to Big 550 KTRS.
My deep honor. Congrats on the success of your great show.
Thank you very much. Tell us what Operation Hope is.
We're continuing the last phase of Dr. King's work, which is poverty eradication and empowerment. People don't really understand or realize that Dr. King was about redeeming the soul of America from the triple evils of racism, war, and poverty. He was killed when he started focusing on poverty. So we are the private bankers of the working poor, the underserved, and the struggling middle class, people in this country who've got too much month at the end of their money. We believe financial literacy is a new civil rights issue. If you don't understand the language of money and you don't have a bank account, as an example, you're an economic slave. So it's about empowering people. It's about giving people, making them bilingual, giving them children and adults the understanding of how the system works and moving them into the free enterprise system so they can do for themselves. And for adults, we raise credit scores 120 points in about 18 months. So nothing changes your life more other than God and love than moving your credit score 120.
Breaks my heart when I hear young kids today, whether they're professional athletes coming out of college signing million-dollar contracts or the kid on the street who's just a regular Joe like the rest of us, not understand interest, compound interest, credit card debt, don't even know how to open up a bank account. They don't have a chance if they don't know those things.
Yeah, well, I don't mean to sound provocative on your show, but you started it.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a new slavery. I mean, it's just slavery with golden handcuffs. I mean, if you're a professional football player or basketball player or whatever, the average football career in the NFL is 3 years, 3.5 years. And there's a 70% chance you'll be bankrupt 5 years after retirement from the game. If you're an NFL player, there's an 84% chance you'll be bankrupt after the game. So you actually have a better shot if you're a real smart teacher or you're a real smart postman who is on a schedule in their life and has discipline and structure to live a successful life and actually save millions than it is to be an NFL star, a basketball star, a baseball star for 2 or 3, 4 years, and then end up owning the tax man and your manager and upside down. So you're absolutely right. You got a bunch of athletes who don't have bank accounts. I mean, it just infuriates me how it's both they're being pimped and they're allowing themselves to. So it is really a distressing situation, and it affects everybody. That's why I started out by making clear that this is not a minority issue or a black issue. Whether you're white, black, red, brown, or yellow, you want to see some more green. It's a green issue, and it affects all of us equally.
John Bryant, CEO of Operation Hope, you're a guest of the Clinton Global Initiative. What do you get out of being a guest at this event?
Well, in addition to being a founding member, I was a member right after the president left the White House. And like you, I can't remember whether this is the 8th or 9th or whatever, but it's been a long time, and he's done an incredible job. And so, number one, I want to support him because you support your friends. He supports me and has written a check of upwards of $1 million, him, former President Bush, the father, to help our work in Hurricane Katrina, and has always been there. He's gone into a classroom to teach financial literacy with me here in Harlem when there was no cameras around. But also, life's about relationships. Well, number one, I want to support him. Two, life's about relationships. So nothing at this level really gets done unless somebody knows you and trusts you. So if I want to partner with a big company or a government, they've got to eyeball you and feel comfortable with you. So this place like this, or our summit in November in Atlanta, or the meeting in Davos of the World Economic Forum, is where these high-level people get together. Number three, this meeting is about PhDs more so than PhDs. So PhDs are good, PhDs are better. Here you make commitments to do something to advance the state of the world, and it's measurable, and you're held accountable to it. And I like that. I like not just coming and talking people into a coma. I like coming and doing something that is tangible, and you're held accountable for it. As Bill Clinton has often said, every problem must have a beginning, a middle, and an end.
John Bryant, we're short on time. One quick question. Some people think this is just a Democratic global initiative. Not true or true?
Not true. I mean, it is, of course, President Clinton is, of course, a Democrat, but he is a conservative Democrat, if you want to be political like that. I mean, he's a Rockefeller Republican, which is a liberal Republican, or a Jack Kemp Republican, or he's what people call these days a conservative Democrat. He's right there in the middle, and I think he speaks to the masses of America. People can just take the blinders off about what party he's from. I see Republicans here. I see capitalists here. I see internationalists here. He's out of his political career. He's trying to lift up the country and trying to poor people don't care what political party you're from. They just want a solution. And the struggling middle class folks who make $50,000 a year who are listening to your show right now, who are struggling to make ends meet, they don't care what party Bill Clinton's from. If Bill Clinton wants to bring an economic party to their house and help them meet their obligations or improve the state of their lives and make them a homeowner, an entrepreneur, a small business owner, or just remove some of the stress, I'm sure they're like, come on and please have a seat. So it's only the so-called leaders who play these games. The average people just say, let's get it done.
John Bryant, what's your website for people to find out more?
OperationHope.org.
And
I'm John Hope Bryant, and honored to be your guest today. And by the way, my mom's from East St. Louis, right next door.
Well, John, next time you're in town, why don't you come by the studio, and we'll have a longer time to chat on the air.
My honor, and thanks for your passion for making the world and America better.
John Bryant, CEO of Operation Hope, a guest of the Clinton Global Initiative this week in New York. John, thank you very much for your time. Good luck.
Peace and light.
You got it. 6:44 here on the Big 550 KT.